All right, what is going on, everyone? And welcome to another, I guess, well, not maybe out, should I say, even the last episode of the MRL Cup Series on NASCAR Heat 5. Yes, you heard that correctly. There is a distinct possibility that this may be the last race on this game. Now, of course, that will depend on how the online works in the ignition, of course. I'm sure everyone has heard the rumors that custom and private lobbies are not going to be available at launch, so the future for that is up in the air. However, we will have to see how that kind of works out. But for now, we are looking at, well, I guess the title fight for the Cup Series here. This is the mini season. There is 32 points separating the top three. There is Hunty, who's currently in the championship lead. Mo Powell Cat, UK Wildcats, P2, minus 13 back, and BD Deadman, minus 32. Now, I'm not going to be the only one up here tonight. There is a certain return driver who's also going to be racing with all these guys out there, and that is going to be RS Meatwagon, aka Xander. Xander, how you doing today?
Well, I'm doing so well. I love Homestead, so I cannot wait to get this race underway. How you doing, bud?
I'm doing all right. Yes, actually, you took the words right out of my mouth. We are at Homestead. This is actually the final time Homestead will be the final race for MRL, because next season we're going to Atlanta. Now, should we actually do a little mini season to kind of pad out the time between when Ignition gets their custom lobbies? That will also feature a different final race. But tonight, yes, we are at Homestead, much like we did in Season 0, where, if I recall correctly, you kind of put the whooping on the field.
That was a really fun race. Yes, I
Oh,
do recall that.
wow.
I
But
mean, it's kind of hard to not look at it, but for sure, it's going to be a different race this time around.
oh yeah, of course. You had a different set of circumstances, of course, go your way. You were first with Cyber finishing P2. Now, unlike last race, Cyber will not be in the final race, and or in this race, I should say. He'll be on Monday, where he's also in his own title fight. And actually, I should say you are also in your own title fight on Sunday. So plenty of titles to go around. Of course, we have this is the first of three races, and let's get into the nitty gritty part of it. So, Sandra, of course, you're going to be racing, and obviously you're going to go for the win as you do. However, unfortunately, you are not in the title fight. However, we
Yep.
have Hunty, Mopal Cat, and BD who are in the title fight, and I am wondering, based on what you know personally, as well as well, I mean, what you can probably think about, who do you think is going to take it tonight?
Well, it's so tough because it's still very close. I know that Hunty can still give up two spots to UK, and I know he can probably give up around six or seven to BD, but it's going to be very tough to know who will do what. I know that UK is super good at Homestead. He's very fast on long runs, but Hunty is definitely a sleeper when it comes to mile and a halves. I feel like he's gotten better and better over the season. So I still think Hunty has it, but I think it can change very quickly if UK can be around him or even get by him.
Well, and that's going to be the big decision maker on that because, as you said, Hunty can afford minus two spots, or I guess two spots to UK. So let's just say UK wins, and that means Hunty can finish P3 and still win the title. However, if he finishes P4, then suddenly UK becomes the champion. Um, because essentially, think about every position is 5 points. So with minus 13 points between Hunty and UK and P2, that's two spots. So to kind of go and break it down, UK needs to finish plus three to Hunty, as you said, but also at the same time can afford three to BD. But BD has his work cut out for him. Of course, he's third in line and has the most to gain. He has to finish plus seven to Hunty as well as plus four to UK. Now, of course, there's a lot of things that can happen throughout the race, whether it be like a late race yellow, a pit road speeding penalty, shoot, a lag out. Anything can happen. So any one of these three drivers are still mathematically in. So technically, we have a mathematical fourth as well. However, with 60 points on back, and with us anticipating about 15 drivers, 15 drivers just doesn't facilitate 60 points, unfortunately. So these three are our favorites. So to kind of break it on down a little bit more, I feel like any one of these three drivers can get it. However, the field is so competitive, and that's what I like about this mini season. I'm really liking the racing product that we're seeing out on track right now. So that is going to be a big thing. Now, of course, you were rooting for GMI. Nathan is going to be, of course, your teammate in Lights is going to be out in the field tonight, as well as Brandon's going to be out in the field. So GMI is going to come in full force, I would say.
Yeah,
What do
for
you feel
sure.
about your chances for the race win? Let's talk about that
Oh,
first.
I mean, obviously confidence is at a high. And I mean, I love Homestead. I feel like it's a great track for not only just me, but also my teammate Brandon. So, I think that if I am not able to get a good finish, I feel like Brandon can definitely go out and win. So, we'll just take it one lap at a time. I do got to start the back ish, kinda. So, I'm just gonna try and make my way through the field.
And yeah, of course, if I recall correctly, I think it's a P11 starting position for you. So very deep in the field, I guess I should say, considering about where you're used to starting. So that is going to be a big thing. But of course, Homestead, the main talking point for this track is turn two. Turn two is going to be the if you're going to get loose, you're going to get loose off turn two. I can guarantee it. I'm expecting at least one yellow, maybe two, to be as a result of someone getting loose off turn two. Um,
Yeah, yeah. Turn
and
two is extremely difficult, especially being side by side too. Is on the first lap or first couple of laps, you're going to see a lot of people 3 and 2 wide. So being on that outside lane off turn two may be a recipe for disaster.
yes, that will be a, I guess, well, you said it right there perfectly, a recipe for disaster. But let's not keep us waiting for much longer. Let's start the Discord pre-race notes, and of course, the big thing that we're going to talk about here is the blend line. Of course, you have to take the access road. Anyone not taking that will be a black flag situation. So let's get this thing going. All right, what's going on, guys? I am talking to both the Discord as well as the stream. Uh, Congrats, guys! This is the final race, possibly of Heat 5. Celebrate all you want. Um, but Homestead, 134 laps in the Cup cars. That is what's on docket tonight. We are doing relax yellows, in-game yellows, and the usual stuff. I mean, you guys have done this before. Um, with expected field of around 15, 16, I can expect that the blend line, as well as make sure you know that your competition is pitting. We had a couple issues with that last week, so make sure that your competition knows about when you're pitting. So of course, dipping. If you don't say anything in the Discord, dip 2 or 4 tires underneath the apron, just to show that you are pitting. And unlike last week at Vegas, you have to take the access road coming off pit lane. That is 100% important, mandatory. So, other than that, we're doing, well, I think we should only need one lap of pace in order to get everyone into formation. I don't think we should need more than that. But other than that, it's pretty self-explanatory. Usual stuff all around. Any questions for tonight? If you guys need to know who the three championship contenders are, that is UK Mo Cat, HuntyWild, as well as BD. Those three are the ones going for the title. I'm not saying give up some space, but definitely be a little more heads up because they are still running for a championship. Any questions? Good talk. With that, if you have no questions for me, I am going to go back into the stream. Um, and if you need me, holler at me. If not, then probably at like 9, 10, 9, 11, depending on when everyone gets their invites, we will be going. In fact, actually, first round of invites. Actually, hang on. First round of invites are out. Who did not get one?
I didn't get
Oh,
one.
yeah, Xander. Yeah, you didn't get one. I'm looking at you right now. Um, all right. But yeah, everyone should have their invites. If not, holler at me. I'm going to be talking to the stream. Um, 9:10 is when we're going to be rocking and rolling. And so with that, that is going to be a big question mark here. When during giving out my invites, I only saw BD and Hunty online. UK was not on. Well, of course, he never appears online. He's not even in the Discord right now. I'm actually a little question mark concerned about that to see if he's actually going to be racing with us. If not, that is. I'm not
Well,
saying a guaranteed title to Hunty, of course, because he still has to deal with the possibility of where BD finishes, but that's definitely his closest competitor, done and dusted.
well, Patton, you know the saying, championship implications.
Oh yeah, spicy. Spicy is, I guess, the word here because, like I said, that is a huge thing that can happen. And of course, that can happen in every series that we run in. That can be in shoot tomorrow. Of course, to kind of talk about what's going on with tomorrow. That is -2 points between you and Hunty. It's literally
Mm-hmm.
whoever finishes in front of the other. And if one
Yes,
person doesn't show up, suddenly you're just gifted the title. But of course, hopefully that doesn't happen because we always like a fight. But I'm just saying, that is a huge potential implication.
for sure. I mean, not only does that bring more confidence, I mean, just knowing that you just have to run a solid race and it gets in your mind for sure.
And of course, we did hit our 15 number mark. That's what we were expecting. In fact, actually, I'm actually seeing more people in the Discord that aren't usually on here. Of course, U.S. Truck Enterprise, his return to MRL after a little bit of a break, he is back, as well as Story Square Micken. I do believe this is his second cup race, and of course, this mini season he's can race up here if he wants. Of course, he is a lights driver. Same thing with Maverick. Both of those guys making some waves in the past week in lights down there. So they're definitely looking to make up a little bit and see what's going to happen. That is huge. But I'm actually let me. I'll be right back. I'm going to go just to make sure that if UK is going to be joining us or not.
Well, while Patton decides to go see if he can talk UK into coming in to race, I'll go ahead and break down how to race at Homestead because I think that will bring a little bit more of a difficulty degree into effect here. Homestead is such a difficult but yet fun-loving track. Everyone loves to race at Homestead because it has multiple grooves. There's multiple lines of succession here. Personally, for me, I like to run the high side in 1 and 2, but like to run the lower side in 3 and 4. I think building as much of a run into turn 3 is great, and I think that just the way that turns 3 and 4 are, I think running the low side is better than running the high side. One, I like to try and get in and try and arc it if I do run the bottom, but if I do run the high side, I want to dive it in as far as possible on that high side and get back on the throttle as quickly as possible and make sure I don't get loose off of turn 2 and set myself up for turn 3, which you dive it on in and you I let off maybe just a little tick early just to try and build a run, and it also saves tires. So, and when you're in a big gap, a big pack, usually you want to back off a little bit more so you build more of a run, and you'll probably see everyone in a pack to start off in for the majority of this race. So that's how I decided to get around Homestead, as
Uh,
it's definitely a fun-loving track.
it is a very fun track, honestly. It has a very flow to it, and of course, if you wear out your tires, you definitely feel it. So it's very much a driver's track. But with that, shoot, it is now 9:10. I guess we're only going to have two championship contenders with us. Oof. So Hunty versus BD, who is going to take it? With that, I'm going to unpause the timer. Like I said, one lap for pace should be enough. And yeah, good luck.
Championship implications.
Championship implications. So, huge implications there, actually. Something that
Very.
I actually did not anticipate. UK always jokes about, oh yeah, I'm gonna come in at the last second, or I'm going to maybe show up. But he always has shown up, so we're gonna find out. Oh, hang on one second.
Well, I know who I have my money on. I think it's gonna be super tough for Tim to overcome such a big gap, but it's never over till it's over.
Um, so with that,
You're good to join now, Patton.
all right. So with that, I'm assuming UK did not join in at the last second, so that is huge. That okay? Honestly, that probably well, that makes Hunty's life a little easier. I'll tell you that. Shoot. Essentially, don't lag out, and you got it. But I mean, yeah, seven places is what he needs over BD. So that's gonna be a little bit less to think about. So okay, so we're thinking about all of this happen, and we're taking it all in. But let's talk about who is on pole. That is BRI Racing in the 17, and BD in the 22 in P2. So VPR front row lockout here at Homestead for the final race of this mini season, and because of that, we have a P3, which would have gone to Liam, if I do recall correctly. Actually, let me just check that qualifying sheet real quick. And actually, no, that would go to Worstcott. Liam would be P4. So he's going to give that up as everyone is going to now move on up, which means Hunty is going to be P5, and BS will be inheriting that position that Liam gave on up. In you can see that black car, the 98 right down there. Of course, Xander, you have your teammate, the pink 47 car. It's a shame. There you go. There's that love tap, and there's that love tap back, and oh, okay. So as everyone gets into formation here, going on through the rest of the order, T-Bird will be P7. MH will be, well, I guess I don't think MH is actually in here. So never mind then. Xander, you're going to be inheriting that position. Shackett as well. Baseball Kid, Piper. Then moving on down the order, Bassbuck, Story Square, Agent Orange, Frosty will not be joining us as well, and Kalen. So there's a lot of drivers that normally would actually be up here that are deciding to not join. And of course, there's Nathan right there in that final spot, as we do have 15 drivers with us tonight. So, like I said, huge implications here. Looks like Brandon's deciding to take the top. Now, Xander, out of curiosity, before we start, is that the line that you would have chose?
If I was the leader, I would also have taken the high side. I think getting the run off turn 2 would just be better, in my opinion.
Ah, well, that's definitely a strategy that these guys can have here. And as we are going on through, we're going to be following BD here on this bottom side. As we go green here, boogity, 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 let's go racing for the championship finale at Homestead as it should be. And so the inside, you can see that the inside lane is already starting to check on up a little bit. The 22 takes the lead. I think that was a little bit of teammate orders right there, as the 17 is already. Oh my goodness me! Oh my goodness! We are wrecking back there. That was a lag spike and a half right there. Oh my goodness me! That was a huge lag spike.
That was very scary. And unfortunately, that's from the championship contender of Hunty.
I think the 00 is what everyone was saying right there for the lag warning.
Yes, it was.
So implications. It doesn't come up that often. It's only come up one time, where where we've had to eject a person from a race because of their lag warning. Get 3 in a race and you're out. 3 strikes, you're out. So I guess that is the 00 lag warning number 1. So we're gonna rack and stack it again. We have now BD on the bottom, so essentially just a reset of where everyone was. Xander, you're now on the bottom, right behind Worstcod, and Nathan actually moving up a couple spots as he is now into P13 back there. Worstcod down there. It looks like the 00 again. A little bit of a lag, but nothing too crazy, so we have to watch out for that. That just is confirmation that that was the 00 there. So yeah, going through turns 3 and 4 for the first time. That was the 9 of Worstcod getting, it's all out of sorts right now. The 51 holds it. Oh my goodness. That was scary. That was a tighten, clench your butt cheeks there for a hot second, because we're going to go for a ride as the 51 still in the middle of 3 wide. Going on through turn 2. Oh my goodness. Okay. The 9 just looking down low to try to get everything just out of the way. The 11 of baseball kid deciding to take the top side here, trying to get the past the 9, as we see a battle for the lead. The 17 gets the lap led. The 22, who is in the 00, are now the title contenders. They are nose in certain. Now make it side by side, as the 00 actually takes the spot. Oh my goodness, and I don't know what happened back there, but looks like everyone got out of sorts for out of turn 2. But it looks like everyone is kind of getting back into order yet again. The 47 in front of the 1, trying to take it to the front pack here. And actually the 00 taking the lead. So forget winning it by leading a lap. Now both of the title contenders have led a lap, and now first and third. So Hunty just extends his point lead yet again as we're wrecking in the back. Oh my goodness. Let's kind of figure that out. That was the third. That was Nathan. That was Nathan back there that wrecked. I don't think anyone else wrecked off of that. If anyone, maybe Worstcod, but I don't think anyone else got involved in that. So big race implications right there. That is unfortunate for both of those guys, as now Nathan sounding so dejected on Discord, saying that it is now 125 laps of qualifying. But the battle for, I guess, the top 6 now. I guess the top 6 have pulled on away. The 47 getting a little bit of a bumper from the 22 goes to the top side. So that means he is back into P3, and that shuffles the 47 back into P6. Xander, I see you're in the P3 right there. How's the car feel?
So far so good. I mean, it's the same setup we used last year, so, I mean, well, not last year, but last season, so.
I mean, it's unfortunately unlike Ignition, where it seems like the track conditions can change depending on when you visit, whether it being like cloudy or anything like that. There's going to be a big thing actually here to potentially see setups change depending on the condition, the time. If it's sunny, if it's cloudy. So we're going to see about that. Ooh, the 00, a little bit of lag spike right there. Was that just me?
That was not just you.
Well, like I said, he is still on one lag warning, and we'll have to see if he collects two more. But right now, the 00 leading the way right there, and I can see, Xander, it looks like you're preferring to run that top side a little bit. Obviously that's by design. You said that you are looking for a little bit of front bite off turn two in your notes on how to get around here. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think that running the high side in 1 and 2 is better for your run off the exit, and it helps with the loose off of turn 2 as well. So I prefer to run the high side in 1 and 2, and then run the bottom 3 and 4.
It looks like the 00 kind of saw that and decided to go up to the top, and actually just allowed the 17 to kind of close on by. Unless that was the 00, you know what? I'm feeling a little loose right now, so he kind of did that by design and now drops him back into P3. So it looks like we have two distinct packs right now. You have the top six, all in a little pack right there. Then you have the second pack, led by the 51, then Story Square, Maverick, and then Piper finishing up. That is the top 10. And behind that, oh, it's kind of going back there. Looks like you have BS kind of... the 3 of US Strikeout Enterprise in P11, BS 14 cars in P12, and then behind that you have a huge gap, which is Nathan rebounding. That is P13. Yeah, that is unfortunate, like I said, but you know it's unfortunately racing sometimes. Sometimes you're the candy, sometimes you're the wrapper. Battle for the lead, though. I see the one that is you, Xander, taking it to the top side. The 17 gets major loose. I don't think everyone quite has a car that is perfect everywhere. It looks like you have certain cars that are good in certain places, and it looks like you are really ripping the. Looks like you're ripping the top right now. We're hearing that looks like we are down a driver. It looks like one person disconnected out of this race. Yep, that is the 3 down pit lane. So now this pack of this race of 15 cars is now down to 14. That is unfortunate, an unfortunate end to Goose's season here. But you know, sometimes that's just how the racing goes. As you can see. As you can see that everyone is now just trying to get into a little bit of a rhythm now. Oh, Xander, looks like you lost the lead there. What happened?
Me and Brandon just got into each other.
Ooh, okay. So
just nothing on his bad, nothing on my bad. It's just racing.
Gotcha. So with that, the top 3 seem to be kind of just working together right now. The 22 is trying to pull on away from the pack, but this second pack led by T-Bird is now with these guys. So now this is now a pack of 7 as the 51 decides to go down low, trying to take the spot from the 47 of Bass, and will actually get it done here coming off of 2. So that is another spot. Looks like the 51 is now really starting to rip. That was a late block right there. That puts the 47 in the wall. I'm sure the 47 is not liking that. But now the 0 of Story Square is going to try to get past the 47, and you can also see the 22 still leading, but the 11 gets major loose coming out of 4. Yeah, and there's Goose in the comments saying that he did lose connection. Yes, that is unfortunate, but we do appreciate you coming on out. Oh, and the 17 spinning. What happened there? Oh my goodness. Oh my, everyone avoided that too. Oh my goodness me. And the 17, I don't know if that was if like that hit like a glitch or something, but it looked like he just stopped.
He got loose. Hunty put him in a really tough position, and he just got super loose.
Oh wow. So, all right. Well, getting back on it, you can see that the 22 just by that right there was able to gain a position. So that puts some and Hunty nose and stern in terms of positions. However, there is a top two breakaway, as you can see. Oh wow! I'm actually really intrigued by the amount of people running the far outside here. Running that like fence line. The 22's running it. The 51's running it. The 11 back there is running it. So very interesting back there. Oh, the 47 as well. The 47, I guess maybe too soon, and that just clobbered the wall. That is Brandon now. Brandon Lima in the 47, losing a lot of time. That drops him 4 positions. As the 22 gets really loose right there, and that puts the 51 now in distance of going for the position. The 51 is going to go for the position right now, going side by side in the middle of the turn. But who has the better run off? Looks like the 22. No, actually, it will be the 51 because the 22 just hit the wall. And that is position for the 51, and that is not what the 22 has to do to get up towards the front, as now he is put 3 wide. And the 11 of a baseball kid gives it up, but now the everyone's getting loose right now. Everyone is not feeling these tires right now. 3 wide yet again. The 22 up on top. The 11 is going to be down low. Bass Buck right down there. He's going to take the apron coming out of 4. What a line. Let's go on board with the rest of the pack. So here's the 17 of Brandon right here. So this is P10 right now, out of far and away from the pack that was in front. Unfortunately, that is just where he is, and really loose right now. But there is Nathan, Agent Orange, back here battling with BS14 cars. So he is on his march forward, getting P11 right now. BS14 cars right here, trying to take or trying to get the spot back. Ooh, getting major loose back there. And Kalen in this spot right here. That is P13. Just kind of riding around right now. I think he may have been involved in that first accident, but right now he is definitely on his way back forward, as this pack is not giving up anytime soon. This is going to be something that the 22 is going to have to deal with all race, I'll tell you that. Oh, Xander, actually, I know you're battling with the 00 of Hunty right now, or should I say just nose and stern, but could you give me a lap update, please?
Ooh, got a little loose right there, but yeah, it's currently lap 27.
27. If you could enlighten me, when should we expect pit stops?
Well, currently I have about 9 laps on field, but some people might try and pit a little early for tires, and some people also, about 4 or 5 cars stayed out, including Hunty and BD, so they have to pit about a couple laps earlier than someone like I would have to.
Oh, so that would kind of explain why their tires are just slightly not up to spec right now. So, oh my goodness, every time I go back on board with this pack, oh my goodness, and that is a spinning Maverick right there. That was, everyone, looks like started with the 22 getting loose. Story Square was underneath them. Piper was able to be the benefactor and take 2 positions right there, but Maverick is now down on the apron, and he is now back into it. Oh, that is unfortunate from Maverick. A surprise podium in last week's Monday Night Lights, and he wanted to kind of dip his toes into the Cup Series, and unfortunately he was just on the bottom of 3 wide, coming out of 2, which that's not where you want to be there. Oh, we're hearing an apology. Looks like I think that was Piper apologizing. So yeah, unfortunately, like stuff like that happens, especially coming off the 2. We expected that though. And BD apologizes to Story Square, who was directly below him. So there we go. Xander, are you glad you're not in this pack back here?
I am very happy that I'm not there. Luck of the draw, I kind of worked my way through and was able to get to the top 3, and we just kind of pulled away from them. So,
And it looks like, yeah. Well, I think that's just the main person that I guess you should be thankful for is Hunty, who's deciding, you know what, I don't want to battle, I just want to ride right now. He's thinking the big picture right now. So definitely, all he needs to do is just literally finish right in front of the other. So, and well, I guess that's about the way the cookie crumbles, I will say. But a long race to go. Still, a lot of racing left to be had here, and we're already seeing some mistakes. But that is just with everyone kind of grouped on up. I have to wonder if this is going to keep on up. The intensity of all this is going to keep on up as we go through the rest of this race. We did already see some pit stops occur. That was looks like the 38 of Piper, as well as the 17 of Brandon. So, oh my goodness! And now the 51 goes sideways. He goes and spins, coming out of turn 2. So now the 51 add another one to that list of drivers who did not make it off turn 2 correctly. So, looks like the 22 will decide to come on down pit lane right now. Try to undercut his competition here. So, honestly, by all these mistakes, Xander, I'm seeing, well, just obviously more time for you to eke on out from the rest of your competition, but definitely more competition for those like Brandon, Nathan, who encountered early issues, because now the pack is essentially moving to them. Maverick, you have T-Bird, Brandon, all these guys back here. And now here is the main line right here, and T-Bird again spins going into pit lane, but thankfully he spun right in front of the commitment cone, so he didn't lose that much time. But I can tell that he was racing a little bit mad right there. So we'll have to see the 22 coming out of pit lane right now. So there he goes. Looks like the 98 will clear him as he goes on past, and there is Kalen right there, who try to get past the 22 who is on fresher tires. And now that's the difference of fresh tires right there. The 98 just gets soared past by the 22. So there we go. The 38 on board with that. Oh, hang on. We were seeing a little bit of dirt kick up from the 9 right there as the 17 goes and passes him. The 51 as well coming out of pit lane. About half a full backstretch between the 17 and the 51. Nathan, or not Nathan. I was about to say BD making up his spot. Story Square coming out pit lane. Baseball King hitting his box right now. Interesting strategies all around. We don't see a massive line of cars just all coming down pit road at once. We're seeing a couple cars trickle in, a couple cars trickle there. And actually, as I say that, you have yourself and Hunty right behind you. So I can only assume that the 00 probably saw you signal and is like, you know what, I'm just gonna follow what he does.
yeah, I actually ran out of fuel, so it's good to know for later on in the race.
And well, of course, you got to explore your options before everything's all said and done, because you don't want to catch yourself unprepared. 00 is down and away, and there goes Xander right in front. Ooh, that was close. I heard Hunty had a 16-1, so definitely difference in lap times in terms of pit stops. Definitely being a factor here as the 22 soars past the 47. Now everyone is, as the first cycle is now complete. Let's kind of go through the running order. So looks like Maverick is now... Oh, actually, I lied. Maverick is now coming on down pit road. So now he will be the last one to complete this cycle. So there goes the 99 hitting pit road. Oh, I think he may have sped it right there. He definitely locked it up. I'll say that. I did see that. But Xander, you coming on out of turn 2. Did you already take the lead, or?
No, Maverick is still in the lead.
All right, so this time around you will inherit the lead. But one thing I'm noticing is Maverick incorporating the long run strategy. Was maybe hypothetically, if this race were to go green, do you see a potential overcut of cutting out an entire pit stop?
I think there's a possibility of it. I think that if this race continues green, someone like me, I'd have to just come in and either do a gas only or just a 2-tire stop. So there's obviously that possibility. If they're going about 33 laps, 34 laps, they could be able to actually genuinely take a pit stop off this race.
Well, we will have to see, because Maverick incorporated that to great effect last week at Vegas. If you guys recall, anyone watching, that's how he got his maiden podium. And actually, there he goes. So he just got lapped, unfortunately. So I would assume that was a pit road speeding penalty. So same thing with the 98 right there. So it looks like the 98 also deciding to take that strategy. So interesting how this is coming to fruition right now. But to go through the field, you have Xander and then Hunty right there in P2. Going on after that, you have BD in P3, followed by Baseball Kid as well, having a good run up in P4. Bassbuck in right here in the 47 is the top 5, completing out the top 5, I should say. Story Square in P6. Followed by Pied Piper, P7. Brandon, after spinning, had a very clean stop and is now P8, and he is far from away from potentially being done with his top 5. That's what he's setting his sights on for sure, because he is closing on in. Nathan right there in P9 right behind him. T-Bird P10 after spinning, so that is unfortunate from him. Oh, that is the 98 who is battling with the leaders. Oh, a little bit taking out of a chunk of the apron right there. That checked on up the 11 as I was finishing up the field. So okay, real quick. P11 belongs to Maverick. P12 BS. Kalen, I do believe, is P13. Actually, I lied. Kalen's P11, that means Maverick P12, BS P13, and Worscott P14 with Goose, US Track Enterprise be the last of the runners. So, I was talking about the BS14 cars taking a chunk out of the apron. The 11 of Baseball Kid as well as the 22 of BD Deadman are actually fighting right now. Looks like Baseball has a slightly better car right now. However, he bounced off the apron right there, so that's going to allow the 22 to just soar him by. However, the 47 of Bassbuck is closing on in, because Homestead is one of those tracks that the longer you battle, the more time you lose. And you can actually see that come to fruition right here, right now with this 11. The 22 getting super loose. Whatever setup he has in is not agreeing with him, as the 11 of Baseball Kid should get the position back right now. And he will, getting past the 22. So excellent job from him. Into the podium places he goes. I do want to take a moment, though, and look at the 17. There is Brandon. Remember, he spun halfway through that stint earlier in the race, and he is driven his way back up into P8. So excellent job so far from Brandon. Of course, we had a bit of a joke that in Season 0, he would get his pit road speeding penalty, and then he would just have to claw his way back up. But when he can have a perfect race, he can definitely make waves. He is a fast guy, much like the guy right behind him. That is Nathan, Agent Orange. Again, caught up in an early incident, and he has driven his way back up into P9. And obviously, it shows that he has some pace. So definitely a top 5 is in the cards, should these two continue the way that they are running right now. Xander, though, let's go and turn your attention to you right now. What lap are we on?
We are currently on lap 47 now, crossing the line, so we have 88 to go.
Nice.
In fact, the gap to me and Hunty is kept the exact same ever since off the pit road.
Well, that means that you two are very evenly matched. Now, is this going to be a preview for tomorrow?
Ooh, if so, then I cannot wait.
Well, of course, again, not to take away from what's going on right now. Obviously, anything can still happen. Hunty could lag out, and that gives the championship essentially to BD. Now, of course, BD would have to still finish 7 places above Hunty, but it's still in the cards. I'm just saying. But tomorrow, that is anything but guaranteed. It's whoever finishes in front of the other. 2 points separate Xander from Hunty in Sunday Night Lights, and no matter how you slice it, if one person gets a lap led, um, then essentially, I mean, it's whoever finishes in front of the other. Is what I'm trying to say. I'm sorry, I don't know why I kind of started over my own words, but yeah, 2 points. No matter how you slice it, um, it can be anything. I'll say that. Um, so yeah, Xander. If this was tomorrow, Xander would have the lead right there. However, if I recall correctly, in Sunday Night Lights, I do believe Xander. Did you win that race or did Hunty?
And at Homestead,
Yeah, and Lights.
I'm not really sure, to be honest with you.
I'll have to check my
Uh,
records. Ooh.
I cannot remember, but I do remember it was a very good race.
Yes, I do remember that. It was a good race. I caution free if I do recall. Um, so yes, going back on in the battle for P7 right now, Piper has been caught by the 17. Ooh, a big loose moment coming out of 2 for Piper. Caught it though, but that just allows the 17 of Brandon and Agent Orange Nathan to go on by. So that is the 32 and the 17 that are now battling for P7. And actually, you can see P10 just in the horizon right there. That is T-Bird trying to get back into this race. Nathan searching high and low right there to try to get past the 17. And looks like he may have the momentum coming out of 2, and actually looks like the 17 gives him the bottom, but coming into turn 3, the position's just not there. But coming out of 4, the 32 is going to do the crossover, and will be going side by side to the line, and actually that would be the 17 if that was the final lap. But going into 1, the 17 is going to arc it going to turn 1. The 32 is going to dive it on in. The 17 is going to have the momentum coming off 2, but the 32 will have the position. Now, can he hold it now? Coming, a little bit of loose off of turn 2, but the 32 will hold it. Actually, as we talk about that, it looks like the 22 got back by the 11. So that is Baseball Kid all by by their lonesome. However, the 47 is now on their way. A little bit of door touch right there. I think that was a bit of a side draft that went a little bit too close for either their liking. But yeah, that is P3 as the 22 now has to concede that spot. But Bass, though, holding on to just off this train, trying to get past or past that little draft mark of the 11 getting major loose coming off a 2, and that will put him behind the 8 ball as the 22 now gets that spot back. Unfortunately, that's not helping him. Piper must have got loose as well as he. Actually, he may be signaling the pit. Actually, we're gonna find out now as. We're on board with the 17 as well as the 38. And coming off of 4, we're hearing the 17 slow down, so he's pitting, and the 38 just got loose. Okay, there we go. Xander, what lap is it? It's early for pit stops, don't you think?
Very early. I still have about 12 laps on fuel. I mean, it's lap 55, so maybe just a little bit of a strategy, early pit, maybe try and gain some more time and hope and pray for a caution.
Well, we saw Brandon use this last week as well in Las Vegas. And, of course, he won this race, or I guess won the race last week. However, I I don't think he's going to get it done on track tonight, considering that first and second have I would assume like what 1.5 seconds away from each other, and then probably about 5 seconds back to P3.
The gap between me and Hunty is currently 2.2, so that's
2.2.
it opened up after being about 1.2 after pit stops, and then the gap between Hunty and Tim is about 6 seconds.
6 seconds. So I was a little off for each, but
Still pretty close.
I was close. And actually, you can actually see just off your dash right there, that is the 17 who just came off of pit road. So, like I said, interesting strategy from the 17 of Brandon. We'll have to see how it kind of plays on off, because he's trying to essentially stop his way through the field. However, if what you're saying actually holds up and we remain caution-free, Xander, those that long stop, it may essentially just cut an entire pit stop out of it. And I'm looking at that. Oh, sorry, I'm looking at that 99, still right behind the 00, who may take that strategy.
I mean, I think if you're someone that is far back, why not try something different? I definitely agree with the strategy call, and if I'm Brandon, or if I'm baseball kid, or even someone a little bit more farther back, trying something like that really won't hurt you in this case scenario. It's the final race of the season. Why not have some fun?
Of course, that is the, well, I guess literally the name of the series, for fun. This is the fun season, designed to literally just be a send-off to Heat 5, because for all we know, well, I guess let me rephrase that. This is the final planned Cup race going into the rest of the MRL, well, I guess as a franchise. So we'll have to see if they get their act together with custom and private lobbies, because I'm sure you guys are sick and tired of a year and a half of Heat 5.
Yeah.
T-Bird hitting pit lane right now, getting really loose, and he spins it, he whips it, coming out of turn 4, and okay, does a, oh no, T-Bird! Oh my goodness!
That's a yellow.
That's a yellow? Oh
Well,
no!
I think also while T-Bird was spinning, Worstcott hit the barriers.
How was that a caution though?
I have absolutely no clue. I don't even know what happened.
So you have to tell me right now, who is the lucky dog?
T-Bird's the lucky dog. That's going to trap Maverick a lap down unless everyone else pits, but he's also pitting. So lap down's Maverick, BS, Story Swear, and Brandon.
Well, this changes everything. So I'm assuming Brandon's going to take the wave around, because he just came off pit road like 5 laps ago. Everyone on the lead lap is going to be pitting, I would assume. So Brandon would probably...
Kalani didn't.
Kalen
didn't, sorry. Kalen didn't.
Well, that is going to trap a few people a lap down then.
Yeah,
now,
including
was that...
BS.
Oh, interesting. Well, that is unfortunate for those that... So T-Bird was the huge, I guess, lucky dog literally out of that. Because if he did get trapped a lap down, well, that's just it. He would be trapped a lap down. So, all right, well, I guess the field is back together yet again. So, and you can see, I would assume that Kalen, that was a mistake. I think he must have missed it, because he is down on the apron. He is out of everyone's way. But huge implications right there. Xander, you just retook... What? The 98. Oh my goodness me. What happened back there? The 17 spun. The 17 spun. I think I saw contact between him and the 98 back there. And the 17 is now nose up against the wall. And he's still back there. I think he's... Yeah, there we go. He can finally get it right. I think he was looking for a caution, which never came. But now he is back out and away. So looks like the battle for the championship is still on. Hunty there in P2, Beatty now in P3. We're on board with Maverick, who out of all that got trapped a lap down. So that is unfortunate. Kalen there as well, deciding to not pit. So huge implications for these guys here. Ooh, wow, major loose moment coming out too right there. Ooh, Nathan. Ooh, major show of force to dive it on down 3 wide, but that puts Bass up in the wall a little bit. Just a love tap with the wall, but that I'm sure is not going to be appreciated in the GMI team meeting after this weekend. So Bass essentially didn't lose a single spot. Nathan gained 2, and Baseball Kid lost 1. As I think I saw the double zero of Hunty kind of hit the wall a little bit. That kind of opens the door. Oh, wait. Where's the 22? BD spun. Oh, my goodness. The 22 of BD Deadman spun on the backstretch and is now in the middle of 3 and 4. If we go long yet again, that is championship over. I thought it was the double zero at first, and as soon as I saw him get past, I'm just like, oh, we're the 22 literal championship implications. Meanwhile, Xander is just like, well, it sounds like a you problem there, bud. But so you're battling with Brandon, who, if I recall, you said this would be putting him 2 down, correct?
Yeah, that's putting him 2 down right here.
Well, that is definitely not what he wants to see, as a 17 is dropping on back. Just those tires are shot. So huge is what I'll say.
Well, because he did not pit, because he expected Kalen to obviously pit.
And that's a double whammy if you think about it. Because when you don't pit expecting that you're going to get the wave around, and you don't get the wave around, now somehow you're the one with the shot tires and still a lap down.
And then also on top of that, he did not just trap Brandon down, he also trapped Bradley down, BS down. So, I mean, it's a lot of stuff happens with that one mistake, or maybe he just did it because he just didn't like him. I don't know. Whatever, whatever it may be, it changes everything.
Well, in fact, actually, let's go find where Kalen is right now. So Kalen is... I can probably tell you that was an accident, because he is far from the rest of the field. Now, I can imagine that he just came off pit lane, so he should be running some fast times right now. So I'm pretty sure that was on accident. But yes, race implications right now. So, and I'm sorry, I feel like I'm asking the same question over and over. But how many people does that put to the lead lap? Do you know off the top of your head?
I'm pretty sure that's only 10. Or actually, I think T-Bird was 10th, so I think that's 11 that is now on the lead lap.
Oh my goodness, who was that going through? I think that was a 17 of Brandon, who just got loose. Oh wait, no? Yeah, no, that was the 17 of Brandon getting loose coming off of turn 2. That is, yeah, the 17, I think, based on what I'm seeing, is probably going to park it. I think he's not in this race for points, but definitely I think he's had enough. But back on board though, I'm sure there's going to be a sight for sore eyes. You have the 47 of Bass right behind you.
Yeah, I mean, we have the exact same setup in, so me and Brandon race Homestead and mile halves very, very similar. We don't really tear our cars up too much. We prefer to run the high side, but obviously when you get into situations like this, the bottom's the faster way. So me and Brandon are very similar racing styles at mile and halves, and we always seem to find each other here, so should be fun.
Well, and actually, to kind of digress just for a hot second, I said that the 17 was probably going to park it. The 51 of T-Bird also parked it. So that means there's only 12 drivers on the track right now. And if what you said was true, that only puts 10 of them on the lead lap. Or it has to be 9 now, because you said Maverick and BS was also trapped a lap down. So there has to be only 9 on the lead lap now.
Well, also depends on if Kalen also pitted as well.
Oh, that may have been 8 right there. But
Yeah, so I think
yeah,
maybe it's 8 or 9, somewhere in that area.
well, I'm seeing. Well, like I said, it's just a matter of just holding it on out and running it on out because we have Piper here, and I guess that's was on par for a P4 finish last week at Las Vegas, but unfortunately had to. Well, I guess not had to, encountered a late race yellow and was a victim of just being kind of beaten and banged around. And now, if I'm looking at it correctly, he is sitting a very hefty P7? P7 because Hunty is P3, 4, 5, P6 actually. So excellent job from him. And much like looks like the 98 is actually on pit lane, so he probably also stayed out, anticipating he would get the wave round, and did not. So interesting. We'll have to see how that kind of goes on through. Right now, the story square, the zero story square, spinning down on the apron. Oh my goodness! Does a really good 3 point turn right there. So kudos for him for passing his driver's test. So a lot better than what I would have done right there. But yeah, that is oh my goodness. This is just a matter of just keeping up on the mistakes, keeping ahead of the track. The Nathan, Agent Orange, battling with Baseball Kid right now, rebounding. He was, remember, all the way back in the pack, P last, and he's fourth right now. So excellent job from Nathan. Oh, and the double zero of Hunty! The double zero of Hunty spins! Oh my goodness! He collects it though, and that is what I'm talking about. Anything can happen. You saw the 22 get loose, and unfortunately he spun. The double zero held onto it, and he lost a lot of time, and now his podium is now under threat. We're being told actually that he is lagging. I didn't see any lag right there. That was interesting actually. We'll have to see. We'll have to keep an eye on that. But like I said, he has one. Warning against him right now. The zero story square after that spin decides to bring it on down pit lane. But yeah, that is very interesting is what I'll say. How this race is kind of turning on out. Oh my goodness. Xander.
I don't know. You just hold your breath around Wisconsin. Love you, bro, but...
Well, I went on board with you as soon as that happened too. I saw you swap lanes twice. You went from the top to the bottom, back to the top, in the span of less than a football field, and I was just like, whew. But thankfully, though, you have a pretty decent-sized lead over Bass. Oh, but the 9 just clobbered the wall right behind you. So, yeah, a decent-sized lead to Bass, though.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it was unfortunate with the Hunty situation because before that, they were actually kind of gaining on me. They were working very well together, and that's just the strategy you play, you may be helping someone else in front of you, but by helping the person in front of you, by pushing them, by helping them, you can actually help yourself more than helping the others. So it's just smart by Hunty to keep on pushing Brandon because they went from about a 1.4 second gap to about 0.7 behind me. So unfortunate that happened to Hunty though, but a great save by him.
Well, let's play a drinking game of how many times did Xander say helping in that span of a minute. So
about 4 or 5 times. So I feel bad for anyone that is a light drinker for sure.
Well, I will say, light drinkers aside, whoever, I feel like those that like win a race or like win a title, I feel like whether it be like in a league race setting or just in real life, I feel like you gotta party because winning a championship is earned. It's not just like winning a race is one thing, but like putting together an entire season. Xander, I know you're still racing right now, but
yeah.
What was it like to win your first title?
Oh, I mean, it was incredible. I will never forget this because, I mean, it took me a long time. I mean, I only really raced in FRL. So, in order to come out of the gate and, I won a triple crown, but that really didn't mean that much to me. That was technically my first FRL championship, but, I had the opportunity to race with GMI, and obviously you were my teammate, so that was just an incredible season altogether. Me and you put up some really historical numbers in the truck series. And to come out at Homestead, I always thought I was really good at Homestead, and obviously you sadly could not make that race, so it was sort of just a championship handed to me as we did a different playoff format than obviously what we did in Cup and Xfinity. So it's very special though, and I appreciated Gio for giving me that opportunity to go out and actually run in his truck series team. So, and then the next night to go out in Xfinity too and win another one. So, but obviously for Brandon Daniel Motorsports. So it was really special. And those first two I call in my book because I don't count the Triple Crown. It was really cool.
Now, of course, like, was there what I'm trying to say though? It's like it's very special to go out and win a title, no matter like what series it is, because
Oh yeah,
you put an entire season together, and it's something worth celebrating. And
yeah, you put in so much effort, and especially when me and you, I mean, as a team, especially, it's very awesome because I felt like me and you worked awesome that season, and for at least I didn't even care if I had won it. If one of us had won it, I was very excited and eager for it. So, just an incredible season, team standpoint too, because I like to try to look at things as from the team standpoint. I find it a little bit of a win in my book whenever a chicken goes out and wins a championship for GMI. So, I feel that people can take W's even if they don't win it personally. So, just all around special. I mean, anyone winning a championship, you have so much confidence, and it's very special, and you put so much passion into doing this, even if it is a hobby. So that's just my personal opinion on that.
oh, and that's how I believe as well. And I feel like, especially in a format, that is like the old style, like oh my goodness, I'm sorry not to cut myself off right there. The 11 of Baseball Kid got a major loose moment coming off too. Now I don't know if that was the signal to go on to pit lane. We'll have to see if he slows on down coming out of 4. No, he just got that loose coming out of 2. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to derail that conversation right there, but I just saw that off my peripheral. So yeah, especially in a format that you have no stages, a full length, putting together an entire race, 7 races in a full season. You have I feel like something worth celebrating.
Yeah, there's not that much time. There's 7 races. That's not that many laps to run in a season. So mistakes have to be limited. So for Hunty or even Tim, if he can win this championship between the two of them, it's a great success because it's so incredibly difficult. You got to show up every race, and when you do, you got to run at the top and at your peak. You don't have 36 races; you have 7. So you got to make it count.
And speaking of BD, he is getting his, I'm assuming, last stop. I mean, how many laps to go are we?
We have 43 to go.
Ooh. Now, is there a possibility of anyone stretching it to make it in one more stop?
I don't believe so. I have 2 laps of fuel left, so I think it's going to be a splash and go.
Gotcha. Okay, well, that takes care of that question. So that was BD decided to undercut his competition in order to get all said and done. So that means the Zero Story Square kind of saw the writing on the wall, and when he spun, he's like, you know what? I'm within this to make it in another stop after this, so I might as well just come on down. So everyone else needs to come on down one more time after their stop here. And I'm looking to see what the 11 can do. Baseball Kid, of course, hasn't quite. I don't know, the pain of being a very young kid. Everything means a lot, and he puts so much pressure on himself. And at Charlotte, Xander, he was like just like, I should have been up there. when he was running top 5 all night, and Baseball Kid doing it the same thing tonight, definitely a performance worth having, and
Yeah.
definitely I hopefully he continues to build on this because I'm seeing improvements every single time he races.
And Baseball Kid is an incredible racer. And I've been in his shoes. I'm not going to lie to you. I mean, he's very similar to how I came into it. Very young. I was very disrespected when I first came in because I was just that little kid. I had a lot of cocky and arrogance and a little flair to I popped my collar a little bit, as I say. So, I mean, I'm not a saint either now, but he definitely, once you start to get some good finishes going, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think Baseball Kid can be a winner.
Oh yeah, I think so too, and especially with as close as he's been getting, I feel like it's definitely doable is what I'll say. So
Yeah.
and actually, as this cycle continues right now, we're just kind of going through the field. Bassbuck just went down pit lane. Here comes Maverick down pit lane as well. Maverick, of course, was the last one to come on down pit lane last time, and so we're out to see how everything kind of shakes on out. I wish we had a leaderboard because I am curious to see how many people are a lap down.
Now I have to ask you the question now. What was it like winning your first championship?
My first championship came in a little truck league, I will say, way back when I first started league racing. I started league racing on Heat 4 basically as soon as Heat 4 came on out. And I remember back when, and I think Hunty was, well, he was actually, weirdly enough, one of the people that actually watched me when I was a Twitch streamer. He actually watched me, and I would always constantly tell everyone that I was racing with, that I was like, I would do single player races. And, I don't know if I'd be fast compared to other people in league racing. I don't know if it's just not for me. And I go on out, and I was like, you know what, I'll give it a shot one day. And it was in this little truck league that's now defunct, but I went on and I dominated the season. It was such a fulfilling moment, saying that, you know what, I can do this. Why can't I do it? And I did. So it was something that I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go on out, and I'm literally gonna party. I drank some alcohol. And I don't drink alcohol. I don't drink alcohol at all. I am a lightweight. There was digress into a story real quick. And my friends and I were out and just having a fun time. They snuck me a shot of vodka, and I was I pounded it, and but the thing is, and I was tipsy after that, and I'm just like, whoa, that was a big shot. And just like, no, we actually lied. We gave you like a quarter of a shot. I was like, what? And I'm just like, yeah, you lied. And I still am a lightweight. The most I can drink is the most I can actually withstand in terms of alcohol content is like daiquiris.
Oh, really?
But daiquiris are delicious though. So I'm,
yeah. Well, that's how you get drunk. That's a different story though.
and daiquiris are.
It sounds like you want one right now.
Strawberry daiquiris. Yeah, I could go for a strawberry daiquiri right now. But yeah. So that's my entire thing, because going out and actually winning your first championship and is definitely something worth celebrating. And it definitely, if you are lucky enough to actually go out and actually win one of these things, then it's something that you want to cherish, because it is earned and not given.
Yeah, and I mean, it's a great story, by the way, that you just gave everyone. I appreciate the nice little talk, as I feel like now it's more of a casual race. But I mean, to add on to what you were saying, there's 15 people in this lobby right now. There's 15 people racing, and there's only 2 people that are in contention for this championship. So even if Hunty wins it or Tim wins it, the other one should not really be too hard on himself. Yes, you're very that close to a championship, and you may not have gotten it, but there's so many people that race in this league that are competitive. It's incredible. So next season, the actual one on hopefully Ignition, um, depending on all that happening with the news and everything.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed for sure. There's going to be so many people racing for a championship. There's such great and loaded talent in this league. So and that's why I'm blessed to be sitting in the party with you right now and racing.
Well, I will tell you right now, out of the 6 races prior to this one, you're talking about competitiveness. The 6 races prior to this, we've had 5 different winners.
Exactly.
And,
that is key.
And out of those 5 different winners, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 13 different drivers with podiums. I mean, and that's huge. Some of them getting their first podium ever, career podium, like Story Square. He's brand new with us. Joe getting his first podium. Definitely up there. It's the same thing with what's it called, UK getting his first Cup win. BD getting his first Cup win. A fun season of firsts. And also, well, I guess, fingers crossed, last, because, like I said, as we shift on over to Ignition, hopefully.
Shift, nice.
Yeah. That was pun included, I hope. But no one ever catches my puns that, I mean, like, I casually slip on in. Yeah, we, many season of firsts, and definitely in a very competitive field. It is amazing to see like all of these guys come on out and actually go and get it done. And let's not talk about the Light Series as well, which, I mean, that is also a season of firsts.
Yeah, and I do want to tell a little bit more of a story then, since you kind of gave us your start into league racing, which was great. I mean, I never knew that about you, and I would say we're pretty good friends. So, I mean, I might as well kind of add my little snippet in. Obviously, my first championship coming in FRL. I mean, I had a Triple Crown, and I had won an IndyCar championship before the truck championship, but I don't really count the IndyCar as, I don't know, I don't really count that one because, I mean, I count it for my personal stats, but I don't count that as my first championship, although it was very hard fought, and I appreciate that one a lot, as that was a dominant season. But I started in FRL for my dad, actually. My dad had raced in FRL, and my dad was, I was coming up and doing other leagues before that, with friends like your personal friend that you love, Jagger, and a couple other people. That's how I met Liam and everyone else. So I ended up bringing them to FRL as well, and that's sort of how this sprouted into where it is now. So I was in FRL for 2 years. Like, I started off maybe when I was around baseball kids age, around 11 or 12, on a wheel. And starting off, I was very bad. It took me a long time to get acclimated to racing with a wheel and having this much competition. So, yeah, it took me about 2.5 years. I went through like 7 different teams. I started off on my own team, and then I went to Joe's team, and then I went to Protege. I had McPherson, which was an ally to Protege. I raced on Packer's team. I raced on so many different teams, and finally ended up on GMI, and that's where it went good for me. So definitely,
and here you are with GMI.
A lot of ups.
Still.
Yes, yeah. I mean, obviously, no one else could offer me a ride, and other than you, obviously, which that's for a different story though. For Elite, so I'm happy to stay loyal to GMI, and Gio's a great guy. I don't think I'll abandon his ship yet. I mean, we're very close to getting 100. So, and the wins I have with GMI are special, and all the wins I've been a part of, even if I was not the one winning them, is also very special to me. So, GMI is like a family to me. So, I've never had this much hands-on experience as a team before, and I've been on some pretty good teams. So thanks, Gio. Hopefully he's watching right now. I think he is watching. Gio, love you. I love the part owner as well of GMI, which happens to be his cat. I love GMI.
Well, and that's one thing we always appreciate, of course. As we also incorporate with the MRL the team standings. Of course, we have some brand new teams and some already established, like VPR, GMI, but also some new ones, which is the Chaos Crew. With T-Bird and Shacket. You also have. You also have RWI with like NASCAR Extreme Gaming and Broadcaster Clay. And of course, like I said, GMI making the big move to pick up Nathan, Agent Orange. There is a lot of talent that is being picked on up, and that is what we like to see, especially I know this is a Cup Series, but like in Lights, the up-and-comers, to show you exactly what they've got. So like Maverick got picked up, Story Square got picked up, Keith got picked up, like all of these, Kalen got picked up. Yeah, definitely. All of these guys. Yeah, but speaking of Kalen, here he is right now. I think he is on an alternate strategy. We'll have to see where he. Is that just me, or is that just like a glitch? Hang on, I have to see that side one more time.
And that's another thing too. When you're a free agent, you're showcasing who you are and what you have to offer, and there are teams that are happy to pick you up if they have that open spot.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm sorry. Like I said, it just looked like to me the weirdly enough the number placement from you're fine. From Kalen was like shifted forward, like to like the new number placement. It just kind of looked like that. I don't know.
Oh.
But yeah, Nathan. While we were talking about that, Nathan pit for tires, so he does not have to stop anymore. So that's why he is up there with you. That sounded wrong. But as in like he was back battling for P3 and P4. That is why he is now in front of you right here and right now. He didn't spin. He pit and he got tires.
Yeah, and I almost wrecked me and Nathan. That would have been very bad, and not another good meeting topic to have. So yeah, and I'm also very happy that we picked up Nathan as a standpoint of GMI, because I am the iRacing director, even though we don't have an iRacing team anymore. We
good talk.
Yeah, that's for another story though, for another time. Nathan, great pickup. I remember when Gio asked me, he's like, "We have this open spot. Is there anyone that we can pick up?" And I instantly said Nathan, because, I mean, thanks to you, Nathan, and I are teammates on your team, obviously, for Elite. So I felt that it was only for the best if we picked him up. So thank you, Patton.
Oh yeah, you're welcome. And that's a huge thing when it comes to that, is the camaraderie. Now I am wondering, as I see the 22 come on out of pit lane right there, I wonder if that was because of Nathan potentially getting speeding penalty and being back up there, or if BD maybe got the speeding penalty. He just dropped on back. I am not 100% certain on that. But
one thing that I have noticed is that, I'm sorry to cut you off, is that Hunty is actually fourth now, and he's 17 seconds behind. Is
he potentially trying to? There's no way he can make it and not just pitting anymore.
I'm not really sure though. I mean, if the gap's pretty solid now, so I don't know whether or not he just maybe spun out or something had happened, but very odd.
Well, I'm on board with him, and I'm seeing that he's still going full beans. So, well, he is kind of letting off a little early. So I wonder if he's trying to save fuel to maybe just take a gas and go. I mean, depends on how bad. If you don't mind sharing this, Sander, how bad are your tires when you make your pit stop?
Mine aren't that bad. I'm really deciding on whether or not to take 2 or not, because I think 4 is out of the option here. Because I have 5 laps left on fuel, and we're coming to, at the line here, we have 15 to go. So I'm definitely not going to take 4, but I mean, I have 32 38s on my right, rights, but also I have a 7-second gap to Brandon, so I think 2 is just a smarter choice.
I get you. And that is that's probably maybe what he's going for as well. We'll have to see on that because Hunty definitely has been caught by the 98 of BS 14 cars. So we'll have to see. And to be perfectly honest, I don't even know what he's trying to do. I mean, I can only assume, but until the checker flag flies, that is a conundrum here.
Definitely some strategy, for sure.
So who's P3 then? Baseball Kid?
P3, yeah. Baseball Kid is P3. So, congrats. Well, first off, not congrats because the race is not over yet, but a great run from him, and that's really what he needed. Again, Baseball Kid has the talent to be a race winner. So, so far, a great showing. Hopefully, he doesn't get a penalty or anything and keeps it clean.
Oh, well, now that you said something.
Yes, the commentator curse. Not really a commentator, though.
Well, yeah, kinda, not really.
Kinda. We're in that, like, in-between area.
Yeah. Story Square actually battling with him right there. That is that for position right now, or no? Who, because, no, you said Hunty was in P4. Never mind, I lied.
Yeah, Hunty's P4, Piper's P5.
I mean, essentially, that's a battle for track position, though, is what I should say. Kind of, like, condense that down to. So the 0 of Story Square, who did already pit, now that I think about it, took 4 tires, so him and Nathan was on that strategy. However, as you said, I feel like whoa. But as you probably so rightfully said, taking 4 tires with this many laps to go is probably out of the question. It's either 2 or none.
All right.
What was Worscott doing? Holy God. I saw him. It looked like he was trying to pit, but like... okay, I don't know. That was weird.
I apologize for my language.
No, this is crunch time for you, so I get it.
Yeah, it was. I got a little loose, and Nathan got underneath me, but I was also trying to like signal the pit, so I didn't want to wreck him, and so I just had to let off a little bit.
I get you. Actually, I'm hearing someone else come on down pit lane. That is the 11 of Baseball Kid. So let's actually go on board with the 00. Where is he at? Hunty signaling to pit this time. So, like I said, that was an interesting strategy. He must have spun or got loose or something or other. Because now here he is coming on the pit lane. Not really a care in the world, knowing that... essentially, the only thing that would take him out at this point, I mean, God forbid, knock on wood, is a lag out. He essentially has his championship won. But yeah, that is the biggest thing here, as the 00 now hits his box, as I see Xander, you now are going to take that position from him.
Yep.
Yeah, I can only assume the 00 took rights only on that stop, so yeah, I can definitely...
Don't look now, though, but Maverick is in second place.
Again, the strategy. Now, who's in P3 right now?
Everything just kind of got shooken up. I mean, Maverick is in second, and Baseball Kid's now in third. Bass Buck Brandon must have had a speeding penalty, or might have taken 4, but because Kalen is now in P5 and Hunty's in P4.
Bass, he is in the middle of turns 3 and 4. Kalen is right in front of him. Kalen, I can assume. Okay, let's take a gander on what Bass is going with right now.
I believe that Brandon sped because I mean he was 7 seconds behind me, and now he's more than 20.
Oh, Bass again, another person who's so hard on himself. Bass definitely no. Bass, did he just signal to go on down pit lane? What is he doing? I'm sorry, I'm actually confused.
Me too.
Because no, Bass, like, I don't know if he just tried to follow, because Kalen's right in front of him. So I don't know if he just followed him down to try to pick up the draft, even though he's out of draft distance, I think. I'm just so... but Bass, though, you said he's P5?
He's now P5, yes, as a Maverick pitted.
Oh, Maverick did pit, so that is unfortunate for Maverick. Kalen, I can see coming on down this time. trying to get out of the way. So that will be another position. But baseball kid though, P2.
2, yeah. Wow. That's what happens with these races. If you can make little to no mistakes, you will come out with a great finish. And Baseball Kid has done everything but make mistakes.
Well, still, if I counted my laps correctly, 5 to go.
Let's see if you're right. No, it's 6 to go, so you're very close though.
I'm always
We'll
like
give you
one off.
we'll give you A for effort.
Like I'm always like one off. But yeah, 6 to go. However, I don't want to jinx it, but we've had a running clock of, I guess, per race is having a late race yellow. Vegas. Watkins Glen was also an exception, but the race before that, Charlotte, a late race yellow. We'll have to see if we're going to get that tonight, because I'm pretty sure you, Xander, don't want to see it. Baseball Kid doesn't want to see it. You said, so that puts Hunty in a P3 then?
Yeah, now Tim is up to 3rd though. I mean, I'm 4th, excuse me.
So he's 4th.
Yes,
Okay.
Brandon's 5th now.
Alright, so that means BD wants to see it. He's probably the only person that wants to see it. Everyone else basically doesn't. Maybe Bass also wants to see it because of his speeding penalty, but that is unfortunate from Bass, like I said.
Yeah. It always happens, and Brandon's so hard on himself after all these races. I mean, he had speed in order to be a top 3 car and to have something. I mean, he's still gonna come out of here with a top 5 finish, but if everything goes right, knocking on wood, so it's very tough.
Yeah, and that is it is very tough. After everything's all said and done, you have I mean, shoot, after everything is all said and done, if I'm counting my cars correctly, I'm only seeing 5 cars on the lead lap.
It looks just about like that. I think 6th place is Piper. No, excuse me. I don't know who 6th place is, but it looks like only 5 people are on the lead lap.
Nathan is actually right in front of you, and actually, where is Piper? Piper is behind you. So so Nathan would be P6. So 6 cars on the lead lap.
6. Man.
So yeah, 6 cars on the lead lap. But remember that caution, that second caution, I should say, was really weird timing for those that it pinned a lot of those a lap down. So now here we are with 2 to go, I think.
Yes.
So 2 to go. Bass! Oh my goodness! Bass just whipped it off of turn 2. Is this going to be the caution that we were talking about? He backed it on up. There he goes. So there you go, Xander. You saw exactly what I saw.
Yeah.
Oh, Bass. That is not what you want to see if you are a Bass fan. Now that puts him battling with Piper, who I'm sure will try to hold on to that position, because Piper, being robbed of a P4 last week, does not want to give up another position this week.
It is the White Flag, sponsored by Monster.
Sponsored by Monster. Of course, you're going to be keeping that 1 car, which is actually very surprising, actually, if you think about it, for next season.
I was, it's very, let's go off a little bit of a topic of the race, though, because it's very intense back there, it seems. I mean, the 48, obviously, Alex Bowman. Voice crack. I am an Alex Bowman fan.
Showing your age.
Yes, I am only 16. But no, I am a huge Alex Bowman fan, but I felt like the Monster just felt right.
Oh. Oh my goodness! What happened to Piper? Oh, who got that spot?
I know who got it. Piper did.
Oh, so those two are battling. If I could have full results, please, that would be fantastic.
Oh, I got you.
So, as everyone kind of circles on through, Nathan, I'm sure that's not what he wanted. He spins it, whiffs it, coming out of the turn right there. Discord, I am talking to you guys. Good race. I'm going to invite the top 3, which is Xander, Baseball, and Hunty, correct?
Yes.
And BD, I'm also going to invite you just because of the championship. So I'm going to invite you guys up to the booth for interviews.
What a race.
All right. So as we load in here, Yeah, that was huge if you think about it. Let's see here. Okay. Um, ah, BD with 31.940 with oh, with the fastest lap right there. Interesting. That's going to be used for the track facts. Let's get these guys up in for booths for interviews. But yeah, definitely. That is not what these guys wanted to see. Bass spinning right there, potential for a late race yellow. Definitely not what these guys wanted. So let's get these guys up here. So BD, baseball kid. I don't think he is appearing online. Baseball kid. Yep, no, he is. Baseball kid and Hunty. And Xander, you're already here, so perfect. All right. So as we are waiting for everyone to kind of go on through, um, let's kind of go through the rest of the running order. Xander, thank you so much for sending me that the full results. So, of course, Xander, we all know that you won. Baseball Kid, excellent job from him. P2, Hunty P3, BD P4. Nathan coming back to a top five. Piper P6, Bass P7, Maverick P8, Kalen P9, Story Square P10. P11 belongs to BS14 Cars, Worst Cup P12, T-Bird P13, Brandon P14, and Goose P15. Those were the DNFs, those final three. So, guys, of course, usually we only do top three interviews, but because this was the final race with the championship contenders, we were doing BD as well. And actually, BD, let's start with you. Now, unfortunately, you did not win the title. However, you came a runner-up here to get the silver in the championship. It was a fantastic season for me, winning not only your first cup race, but also two in this season. And so definitely something to feel good about.
Absolute, yes, absolutely. It's definitely stings to come up short, but it'll give us motivation at coming back next season for sure.
Now, that's actually one thing that I do want to hit on, and actually was one of my questions. Now, ignition is going to be a huge reset for not just the Cup field, but for the entirety of league racing in general. Obviously, like it's hard to place where goals are, but definitely if this was like I guess if we can say a career season from you. P2, like I said, very, very good. What are your expectations going into next season?
Expectations going into the next season, pretty much the same as this season. Get finished well. Hopefully, be going for a championship at season's end. Uh, that's about it. Try to get wins as well, but same as this season.
Well, I'm glad that you guys were able to get it done, and of course, I mean we didn't really talk about it so much tonight, but definitely we're going to hit on it right now. VPR did lock up the team championship, but that was also like locked up from like since like race four. But yeah, definitely for sure locked up tonight. So excellent job. Your P4 tonight definitely helped that out. And honestly, I am definitely looking forward to seeing what you can do. I'm sorry that, like I said, you couldn't get it done. But look, if we could do the race over, what do you think you could have done differently, if anything?
Uh, if I could, if there's anything I could have done differently, could have maybe make the car a little bit tighter, but that's for that's for another day. But I'd like to congratulate Hunty on his championship win. He definitely did deserve it. But like I said, nothing. I don't think I could have done anything else different other than make the car tighter. But we'll be back next season, hopefully a little bit better, more luck on our side.
Well, there we go. Hopefully we'll get to see how that kind of turns on out. BD, like I said, excellent season. You're well, I guess you and Xander now are now the only two to have two wins this season. So that's an excellent job. In a 7-race mini season with 5 different winners, you two were the only ones to win multiple times. So excellent job. Round of applause. Golf clap. There we go. So yeah, excellent job. Hunty, now that we're talking about that, I have to go to Quinn Howell for the first time. He's actually won a championship, won anything actually. Hunty, congratulations! You are the MRL Mini Cup Series champion. How do you feel knowing that? I mean, well, first of all, that's a question in and of itself. But your teammate of UK Wildcats did not race, so you only had to really worry about one person.
Yeah, he did teamwork without even racing.
That's one way of putting it. Yes. So, what was your mindset like throughout the entirety of the race?
I mean, I kind of thought it was gonna be hard to lose by 7, but I mean, I still tried, but I just tried to stay out in the front pack, not get held up, and that's basically what I did that whole race. Xander just I I knew like if I kept in the draft with Xander, I'd keep up with him, but after pits, he has a long run car.
Now, that was a big thing right there, and I feel like you were definitely up there racing. However, both Xander and I, because Xander was my in-race supporter tonight, we both missed it. Actually, you were at one point like 2, 3 seconds back, then all of a sudden 17 seconds back. Could you enlighten us in what happened?
Uh, what's his name? Brandon, whatever. He got loose a little and it got me, but it was kind of like a worse COD situation too.
All right. Well, that's okay. So that kind of shed some light on that. So we were wondering about what happened there. So we had a because, like I said, you were up there, and then all of a sudden you weren't. So we didn't know if you were like trying to make it in no further stops, or I don't know if that was even possible because we were questioning that and we just assumed that you got loose and or spun out. But I'm definitely sure you will take your podium again on a hot streak of podiums, and you were able to get it done to get the title. So excellent job, Hunting. Now, of course, let's just say this right now. Unfortunately, you will not be joining the Cup field for next season. However, you are definitely putting yourself up in the position to be, I mean, one of the favorites looking into getting to the field. Now, Lights is going to be your main season for next week, but not next week, for next season. But you also have a championship to fight for tomorrow. Could you enlighten us on how you feel about that? Could you go 2 for 2?
No. I have to wreck Xander.
Well,
Do it. Do it for the
well, that
memes.
is
I'll be
definitely
proud.
well. Like I said, we actually kind of talked about it because I mean, of course, tonight was you and BD's night, but we kind of did talk about it a little bit. Tomorrow is whoever finishes in front of the other, so I we'll have to see how that goes. So definitely, that shows where your mindset's at. So Xander, watch out.
I'm just gonna, I guess, wait for him to wreck himself by getting loose. That's my only way.
Well, you enter as the well, I guess you're going to be starting in front of Xander. I'll say that. So we'll have to see how that kind of works on out. So definitely, good job, Hunty. You are the champion of the Cup mini season.
Thank you.
So I guess I'm gonna have to go to Denny Hamlin, I guess, for this, even though technically that's not the 11 that you're driving. But baseball kid, you have been so hard on yourself throughout the entirety of this mini season as well. You had the pace and just was not quite able to get the podium, but you were able to get it done tonight. How do you feel?
It feels amazing. It was kind of a makeup from Charlotte. It was really disappointing not to get the podium, but now it's like kind of a makeup from Charlotte, and it feels amazing to get second place.
Well, it seems like you had I guess, well, not necessarily a flawless race. Of course, we saw you get loose a couple times, but were able to save it. But you were able to make a lot less mistakes than your competitors. Do you think that was all about in your preset choice, or do you feel like it was in like your setup?
Probably a preset choice. I mean, if it's like loose enough to where I can handle it, then it's fine. But if it's like really loose, then I can't do anything about it.
Now, of course, excellent. Like I said, excellent job in that. You will be joining us in the Cup field for next season on Saturdays. So, excellent job from that, and to get your podium. Again, we were talking about in this mini season, a season of firsts, and you were able to be the 14th different person to get a podium in this mini season. And out of 7 races, that's a lot if you think about it. A lot of different people getting podiums. So excellent job on getting your name up here. Excellent race. Now you were able to get I think your first ever podium was a P3. Now you're able to get P2. Now, obviously, next step is to go and get your first win. So hopefully that can happen here at Ignition. What do you feel about your chances are going into the new game?
Same expectations to just try to get the win and some more podiums, for sure.
Keeping it simple. I like it. So, all right, Baseball Kid, excellent job. P2.
Thank you.
And now, of course, Xander, I'm sure the audience is
probably sick of me now.
But we alluded to it with BD's interview. You are the second person to win multiple times in this season.
Xander, I'm fighting you at the end of this.
That's right.
Just kidding.
Just a little father-son taking out back. So with that, you have your second win of the season. And of course, it was in dominating fashion. And much like Baseball Kid, it seemed like you made just the least amount of mistakes out of everyone. So, I mean, obviously, we were hearing how your car was most of the time, but what do you think about it, though? Do you think it was about just mistake or mistake-free race, or what do you feel?
I feel like it was a little bit of both because I still feel like at races like those, I mean, you had that caution with whatever happened halfway through the race. So I think mistakes play a big role, but I also feel that speed is a big thing because I mean, Hunty was with me the entire time basically. So just mistakes took him out of it. So I think mistake aspect's a great look. There's a good way to look at it, and I think speed's all. I mean, both of them play hand in hand.
And that's a big thing here now. And we were actually alerting to it, of course, with Ignition being unknown about the whole custom lobbies and all that. I guess let me ask this because I don't think I've actually add this. Would you prefer we stay on Heat 5, or would you prefer we go to Ignition? I mean, what do you feel like you'd be more competitive at? Because I'm pretty sure the rest of the field's wondering that too.
I mean, either or. I know a lot of people don't want to see me succeed, and that next game will be more driver skill. And from the words of somebody that I'm not going to name, I'll get put in my place. So, I mean, either or, it don't matter to me. I'm just going to try and have some fun. And if you know who I was talking about, you're a real G.
Well, there we go. Like I said, Xander, we've been talking to you all race, so thank you for everything you've done tonight. Your in-race reporting, second win of the season. Now, anyone up here? Any final thoughts before we close it on out? Any shout-outs?
I do have some final thoughts. I'll go first before anyone else because I don't know.
You did.
I don't know. That doesn't mean anything. Because I didn't win a championship. I mean, that's what I was trying to say is congrats to Hunty. Can't wait to have some fun with you tomorrow. That sounded wrong. Tim, great race with you as well. I know you came out just short, but next season's your season. And then Baseball Kid, you're going to get a win here soon, man. Just keep doing what you're doing. No, I got to say thank you to GMI. Love you, Gio. I love your cat as well. I love everything about GMI. I love you, Brandon. Monster Energy, I love you. I love Gear Wrench. Thank you, Chevy. 7-Eleven. They make some great cars. It's a fast Xfinity Internet, and I cannot wait for next season.
Well, there we go. Xander, anyone else want to add to that, or?
Yes, I'd like to thank everyone at Von Poon Racing. I'd like to thank Pennzoil for giving great fucking oil.
Whoa.
I'd like to thank
Oh, that's that farm.
I'd like to thank everyone at Von Poon Racing, Brandon, Cade, Piper, Frosty.
Is that a point
the
stock?
goat.
Is that a point stock?
I don't know.
I mean, he's still finishing P2 no matter what, so.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
don't
guess
give a
so.
shit.
Oh,
Wait,
that's another
crap.
point stock right there.
Language. I know. But
I like to thank Bobby
everyone
Carter.
everyone at the team. I also like to thank my 5 sons for supporting me through all this. And I'm a proud father, and I'll see you next season.
All right. Well, Hunty, so you want to thank Bobby Carter. Anyone else? Any final thoughts before we close out enough for the final time on the Cup side of things for Heat 5?
Rip.
Good.
Heat 5.
Good talk. So,
Dank
that
420.
there we go. That is the final MRL Cup race here for Heat 5, probably. And we will see you guys tomorrow. Homestead is not done. Tomorrow we have the closest championship battle. It's literally whoever finishes in front of each other. And both of them finish on the podium tonight. So we'll have to see how those two go. Sunday and Monday night lights are coming on up for the next few days. So don't go anywhere. MRL will be right back, and we will see you guys tomorrow. Xander, thank you so much for being our in-race supporter.
Yeah, thank you.
Congratulations on the win. Baseball Kid,
Thank you.
first podium of the season. Hunty, P3, but you finished on the top step for the championship, and BD coming up one spot short, but P4 in the race after wrecking. So excellent job from you guys. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you tomorrow. Good night, everyone.
Peace. Peace.
Bucks are the